Let him do it.
I can't now.
Don't be embarrassed.
I'm not.
You're such a good singer.
It's not gonna come out next. I mean, it's not gonna come out right.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it always does.
And we're gonna roll.
Period.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Away with Us, the podcast. It's your girl Bree Stories.
It's A Tati.
And it's MJM Kid.
And we have a guest.
Yes, a special guest.
Hey, Kheemer in the building.
Kheemer.
Appreciate y'all having me.
What's
Yes.
up?
We
Birthday
appreciate
party
you for
legend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
truly.
This is my second time coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
I-
is your second time coming, but I was not
I really
here.
want to double check that because I feel like you came on here again in that same year. I don't know if
Think
that's
so?
true or not.
Did he
I don't
come
think so.
twice?
I think you came twice. But
He came year one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
definitely.
did
Year
come
one.
year one
one.
before
Yeah.
before it was video. Before y'all was like had all this
2017.
going on.
because it was one. Remember when we had that promo and I was like, "What's your credit score?" I feel like that was not the first one. I feel like that was the second one. But I don't
So
know.
both times it was audio?
Yeah, but we had promo videos. Remember?
Did he come by himself?
I don't remember. Don't.
No, you
We'll
only came
find
with
it.
I only
No,
came
it was with Chris.
one time.
It was with Chris.
I'm telling y'all, it was only one time.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I believe
Well,
you.
all right.
I believe you.
Well, you're back after many years.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
overdue.
I appreciate it.
So much has changed.
Yes.
I
We could really
know.
just do the whole episode about that,
Right.
about how much has changed since the last time you were here. But we're not gonna do that. First, we're gonna break some ice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, two
Wow.
questions. Oh, it's upside down. How much money? Okay, wait. Yeah. How much money would it take for you to get a face tattoo?
Oh.
Does neck count as face or like?
No.
That's your
Some
name.
You know how you
nope.
said that?
It's like still like under here like
It's two
It's
different
still
names.
like
No. Two different body parts. No.
okay like right
Has
here
to be your face.
like ear like this still
You're
like,
naming other body parts? He's like, so the ear.
He thinks that if he doesn't
what
say
about
it,
like the temple
Your
like the temple
forehead
area what
counts.
about the temple area like right here
Well, I think that counts.
Like
sideburn.
That's
That
your
counts.
face.
I think that
Sideburn.
counts.
Yeah,
How much
that
money?
counts.
How much money would it take?
I guess first it matters if you're against it in the first place.
Well,
Right.
I always told my mom I never get face hand tattoos. 'Cause I got
Okay.
a lot of tattoos, so she already
Right.
cool with I guess. So she just like just don't get your face or hand. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably need like 200,000
Okay.
because I got to get her something nice because I promised her that. So it's like I got to give her a lot of money.
Yeah.
It got to be worth it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too. It would have to be somewhere in there too. I was thinking more in the 500K range,
That's
just
what I was
because of
saying.
like, this is lifelong. Like I'll try to pick something cool or something that like I value, but like it's gonna be on my face forever. Like I need it to be a pretty penny for sure.
I was gonna say 5.
I mean, does the size and all that matter too? Like, does that go into?
This-
Because
I'm
like
having
if you just
deja
get like a
vu.
little small, like a little
Yeah, because see, here's the thing.
small little letter or something.
Yeah, I would get
If
like a little
I'm
heart, like
picking
Kaylani.
Literally, I'm about to say, if I'm picking the thing,
Is that what she
it's going to be right there. It'll be a teeny tiny heart. You can give me 50 grand, I'll do it tomorrow.
Honestly,
like
if,
it's nothing.
if there's no rules, if they
if
say
it's that small.
Yeah, if it's no
'cause that's damn
rules,
near like
that's
a
why-
mole or a
no,
birthmark.
I was
or
about to say
something.
I'm
That's
finna
small.
fuck y'all up because I'm finna tell.
Talking
her
about I'm finna
business.
fuck y'all up.
No, because I'm finna tell her business. Back in the 90s,
Yeah.
my mama got her Marilyn Monroe mold tattooed on her lip.
Okay.
I would do that.
Yeah.
I
That's
would do that for way less money.
Yeah,
Because it's like,
You
fuck
already
it.
got a lot of moles though, so you
I
probably
do.
wouldn't
I have a lot of beauty marks. Let's
need
be
beauty marks,
clear.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I do have a
You
lot.
know who had a really
very pretty.
cute tattoo, even though it was wild?
Who?
Y'all remember For the Love of Ray J?
I was just about to say Danger. She smashed the homies.
Yes,
It
she
was
had
cute,
that
though.
tiger.
It
she
was
had
really
a
nice,
tiger
though.
that cupped like her eye. It went from here to here.
I remember.
And it actually
I said,
like
cue the
Nah.
visual.
it was not like
was pretty.
bad. Yeah,
It
it,
looked-
was.
and it looked
did
pretty
not
on
look
her.
bad on her face.
She
I
looked
couldn't. I
nice
would
on
never.
I have to see
But
it
I.
again.
It
You
did
can see
not.
it on her.
Yeah, on her it looked perfect. It was like when you saw her, it did not
It didn't look
stand
out of
out
place.
like this bitch got a tiger on her face. Like it did,
Especially
it
for
wasn't-
back then. Because that wasn't
Yeah.
even like a popular
It was
thing.
totally fine.
Shout out to Danger. I hope
Yeah,
she's
she was
doing
ahead of
good.
her
I hope
time.
She's doing well.
I just
Yeah.
feel like face tattoos just look weird on everybody.
Do you?
That's just my take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I get that.
I get the like I said, like I get one over here if I had to for some money or something. Like I
Yeah.
get that, but like anything on your face or something like that, I just feel like
It's a knife.
Lots of people get them like
that is my opinion,
going
though.
around their eyebrows.
I would get my.
Sure.
Does microblading count? Isn't that kind of
Nope.
like a?
Nope.
Talking about nope, because it's
Nope.
called microblading.
That's a good
Wow.
one. Did you
Okay.
have another icebreaker?
Next one. What candy bar do you think best reflects your personality?
100-gram bar.
Oh, that's good as
What's
fuck.
in a 100-gram bar?
What's in that?
I
never
forget.
had
I like the title. That's all.
It's not nougat. What is it called? What's it called? Brian's gonna look it up for us. I can't remember, but it's honestly, and it has caramel in it too. But it's honestly one of my favorite candy bars. Like when I used to go trick or treating,
think
I
I've
used
ever
to
eaten one.
really love I used to be like, they get it when they give out 100-gram bar. Like those are fucking good. What is it?
Chocolate caramel and crisp rice.
Crisp rice, like the yeah, very good. And I just for the name, 100-gram. You know,
The name stands
The
out.
name does stands out.
yeah.
What's the question again? What is it? Reflects
What
me?
candy bar best reflects you?
Um,
Reflects your personality.
my personality.
Yeah.
I got a million.
I guess I'd say a Reese's.
Okay.
Tell us more.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Well, it's two parts because I love Reese's. One, two.
Fair.
My homies always say I'm like, since I'm light skinned, they say I act like a dark skinned dude. So it's like, it's
heard
kind of
that
like
before.
caramel. I mean, it's like peanut butter underneath the chocolate. So
Oh.
I guess
Yeah, the
I'm
undertone.
light-skinned.
Yeah.
But on the
Okay.
outside, I guess I'm dark skinned to them. So it's like, you really like, you light skinned dude I kick it with, but because you act dark skinned, that's why I kick it with
Does
you.
that
so.
make you mad? Does that bother you?
I mean, I'm used to it, so not really.
What
It
is
don't
a
bother
dark
me.
skinned guy?
Yeah, it's like what you trying to say.
Yeah,
Right.
because I feel like I hear those jokes
But they
all
always
the
say,
time.
you always get
And I be
light skinned
mad.
jokes a lot, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I be
Really like
mad. I be mad. And I be standing up for like light skinned dudes, like even when like, cause they'll be talking about light skinned guys.
Yeah.
But I be standing up for y'all. I be like,
Light
like,
skinned niggas be like this. They take selfies like this. They do
Right,
they do
right.
that.
yeah,
Like they soft.
no, they don't.
Yeah.
Not
They're
not
jealous.
my friends.
They're jealous.
Eh.
What about the- Not
I
too much.
think I would be a Twix.
Tell us more.
I just feel classic.
Okay.
Ooh.
And
Like you got two sides.
yeah, I just feel
That's not what you wanted to say.
Nope.
I feel classic, and I feel first of all I love cookies. It's a cookie.
It is a
in
cookie
the
bar.
in the Twix, and
Twix is fire, too.
Twix
Well,
is so good.
yeah, I just feel like you can depend on it. No one's ever been disappointed by a Twix.
That's so
You
true.
know?
That's deep. I like this.
He's a hater.
No, I'm not
He's a
hating.
hater talking about.
I just never been a candy bar kind of guy. So one
What
of
you
those-
like,
Does
Paydays?
Reese's count as a candy bar?
I like that.
Technically?
I think so
Yes.
because they always put it in the
I would
candy
put
bar.
it in that
Candy bar
category.
section.
Yeah, they always
It
put
is,
it
that's
in the
true.
candy bar, and they make them in all different ways now. So they make actual shaped
Okay.
candy bars like
All right.
with Reese's.
Yeah, I guess I would have to say Hershey's cookies and cream.
Why did I know you were about to say that? I literally
Really?
was going to try to say it before you said it. I was like, cookies and cream.
Yes,
Not you
knew
hated
it.
it
because
though.
I was addicted to
Because
those
he's
things.
predictable. No, I'm just playing.
I love cookies and
I was
cream.
addicted to those things, and I
And you
feel like,
had like a white personality.
no. I'm talking about- no.
Not no. You talking about with a speck of
We're
black.
like, yeah, with specks of black. Like, he's like, no, I'm black.
I've never had that issue.
Crazy. Okay.
I've
Okay.
never had that
Period.
issue.
And just since I was addicted to them, I feel like I have an addictive personality. People are addicted to me.
Wow, I love that.
Okay.
Mm.
Talk your shit.
Nice. like
Okay.
that.
Oh, I guess we gotta
Check,
check in
check.
too.
Yeah, let's check in.
Yeah.
Mickey, would you like to start actually?
Sure. Physically, what am I feeling? I'm super comfortable in this outfit. My body feels room temperature, I guess. Usually I'm hot and cold, but I feel pretty mellow right now.
Yeah.
Emotionally, let's see. It's only I've been saying joy all year. I'm just gonna keep that rolling.
Period.
I
I
love
don't know what
it.
else
I
to say
love
about
that.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Very joyful. My attention is on KheemerFest at this moment in time. That's going to be fun to think
Yes.
about and talk about. So here we go. And spiritually, I'm blessed and not stressed.
Blessed,
That's
not
always
stressed.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nice.
I can go next.
Okay.
Physically, I'm getting a little clammy under my arms. You know.
All right.
It's time to unbig my back, probably.
I don't need you to go into that. I don't need you to go into that.
emotionally.
Wow, I was not expecting that one.
Because that's what I think of. Like, it's obviously small people sweat. But, like, when I be sweating, I be like, ooh, girl, you're big. You're a big girl. But
Please
emotionally, I'm feeling joy.
Yeah.
That's good.
My attention is currently on, honestly, I've noticed that I haven't been living in alignment with my values. And so my attention is really on rectifying that.
Okay.
I have 3 values.
Yeah.
Love, freedom, and enjoyment. Those are my 3 values. And I haven't been doing any of those things. I haven't
You've been
feeling,
loving?
I've been loving.
Yeah.
I've been being loved. But I haven't felt free and I haven't been like enjoying myself. And I think that I've had to remind myself that those are all choices. Like those aren't, you know,
Absolutely.
I have to choose. Shit gonna happen, girl. But if that's who you say you are, then be those things. So work on that. And then spiritually, I just feel like I'm being taught I was about to say learned a lesson. You remember, is that Ludacris? I'm gonna learn you what do you say? Never mind. I feel like I'm being taught a lesson spiritually.
I was trying to think.
I'm gonna learn you?
I was
Doesn't
thinking
Ludacris
about-
say that?
I was thinking about Robin Thicke, but
He said that?
he has a song called "Teach You a Lesson," so he says
No, but
that.
like, what about somebody saying, I'm gonna learn you
Oh, I don't know.
something? I know that's a black has,
Oh.
shh, never mind.
Okay.
There we are. Tots? She did that, like, that little
Physically,
girl.
because I didn't know what you was talking about,
Me
so I
neither.
couldn't help you at all.
I wasn't following either. It's okay.
Physically, I feel tipsy.
I love that for you.
Thank
I
you.
feel-
I'm so happy
Birthday
about
celebration. Let's get it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, for sure. I definitely feel, and I don't think I had a drink in the past. Well, I had a drink
Yeah, I'm about to say,
yesterday.
last
I did
night.
have a drink, but I didn't drink
Yeah.
enough
Right.
to be drunk. Like I just had a drink. But
That's
I
a
don't think I've
waste.
drunk to like be tipsy or drunk in maybe like 2 weeks. That's not a long time, so that sounds.
I was about to say 2 weeks. I thought you was about to be like, it's been like months. You said
Maybe like 2 weeks. So that's petty for me to
She
say.
was wasted at Super Bowl.
Rewind. So, yeah, I
Oh.
feel tipsy. Emotionally,
It's May. You saw her out Super Bowl.
you said I was wasted at
She's talking about she was wasted at Super Bowl. Like that was just a week ago.
It was a very long time. ago.
Yeah, longer than my 2 weeks.
Yes.
And I wasn't even wasted.
I was really high at your Super Bowl party. I was like uncomfortably high. I hate when that
You was
happens.
paranoid there, huh?
Not just like anxious.
Yeah.
It just was on my body. I hated it.
I sobered up really quick because the baby was there, and I was so excited.
Oh yeah.
I was so excited to hold that baby.
I couldn't even hold
Emotionally,
the baby. I was so
emotionally, I feel.
What's going on?
I don't know what she was doing. I could just hear a
Yeah, I
noise.
just heard a noise too.
Yeah, it was like.
It's my nose. I was trying to exhale, but I was literally trying to do it quietly because it felt like it was gonna be a sigh. So I tried to do it out my nose.
So she did it in sputters. It was like.
Tati, please.
I'm sorry.
Emotionally, I feel joy. My attention is. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My things are not changing. My attention is still on the next celebration.
Yeah.
The
Celebrations.
next,
'Cause it's
you
so
know,
That's
many.
what's up, man.
Yeah, we celebrating our
We
summer.
celebrating.
Period.
Yeah, it's a
What
lot
it's all about.
happening.
Gang
It's a
shit,
lot of
never
things.
lame shit.
My attention is also very much so on Usher. I'm really ready
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, you
to
going
get
to
to Vegas.
Okay.
Yes. I cannot wait to go see this man.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Usher. I'm sure all our viewers know by now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really hurt that I had kind of accepted that I just wasn't going to go see the Vegas show. And so now that I'm going, I'm really excited for that. And I'm happy that everybody else loves him right now. And that makes me happy. And spiritually, I feel at peace.
Oh, that's good.
I love
good.
that.
That's really good.
Keem, how are you feeling physically?
Yes.
Physically, I feel great. I've been in the gym more active
Yeah.
lately.
Clocking in, clocking out.
Yeah. So physically, I've been putting in a little work. So I've been feeling good, especially just with a lot of stuff on my mind. The gym been a good outlet for me. So
I love that.
physically, I've been good.
Definitely.
Speaking of what's been on your mind, how are you feeling emotionally?
I'm overwhelmed actually right now emotionally. I got
That's
a lot
real.
going on. Just being honest, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot on my plate. So just overwhelmed right now. That's why I just try to stay busy to try not to think about it and just try to like press through. I feel like the more busy I am, the more I'm just working and just going towards my goals. It'll all balance out.
I get that. And what is your attention currently on?
KheemerFest. Well, we, you know, yeah, my attention on that, making sure that is a success, and
Will be, absolutely.
yeah, going
Yeah,
forward.
3.
Hopefully, it just take off and you know get to the next level.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what my attention on right now. Just making sure that everything is lined up the way it's supposed to be and better than last year. That's what the goal is.
Exactly.
Yep.
And spiritually, how are you feeling?
I'm at peace too. That was a good way to put it. Like I'm at peace too. Like I'm good. I pray every day. Me and God, we talk all the time. So I'm good spiritually right now. That's my guy. So he been blessing me. So
Definitely.
clearly, you know, we intact right now. So I'm definitely good spiritually right now.
Love that.
Yeah.
Let's talk KheemerFest.
Let's
I
talk.
need
Let's
that.
talk.
I need every time we say
KheemerFest.
KheemerFest, it's just like
The
horns.
horns.
Yes.
Come on, DJ Mike.
First, I have to say, before we even start, that I feel
Yes.
like this is so right on brand for you.
Thank
Tell
you.
us.
To even do this, because like I said when we first introduced you, I was like legendary birthday parties.
Yes.
And I feel like this is right on brand for this to be a staple for
Yes.
you, that you have KheemerFest,
I
because
appreciate that.
that was such a thing. Like in
Yeah.
high school, even grammar school, I didn't even know you. And I went to one of your parties in like 8th grade. And
Yeah,
I
the
was
big
just
party.
like,
About that
yeah,
to
like
this
I
day,
just
yeah.
remember going. Like
Yeah.
people were just like Heem's having a party. And I was like, I don't know who that is, but I'm in there. We in there. Yeah, like, we in there. It's lit and it's cracking. And it was just
That's
always
exactly
the
what it
time.
was.
Hospitality is always at a 10.
Thank you.
Everything is just so this is amazing for you.
Yeah, I'm glad you say that because I guess like I just been just gradually just always been welcoming to people. People always want to.
100%.
I always felt comfortable hanging out with me and partying with me ever since I was younger, as you say, when I first moved to the suburbs. And I already was welcoming like that before I moved out here. But when I moved out here, it was just so many people I met that was like cool. And you know, I don't kick it with the bad people, but I do, but I don't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But they know how to behave around good people. So it was just like,
Exactly.
oh, you know, this person, that person, that person. So it's just a whole bunch of people coming and kicking, and they all respect
Yeah.
me enough
Right.
to just come and party and have a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when this came around, fast forward now, like you said, I never thought about it till everybody's like, man, every time you do something, Kheem, people, they actually do come and rock with you. Like,
Yeah.
you got to pay attention to that. And so now we're here moving forward to KheemerFest, and people been supporting, and I really appreciate everybody supporting. You know what I mean? I don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, they always got people coming, they be Hollywood and stuff. Like, I really just try to be humble and, like, be honest and, you know, really thank everybody and be hands-on with everybody because, you know, these are personal people. Like, I got relationships with all y'all, of course, but that's what it's all about for me, is always building a relationship with people. Don't just have people come just hang out with you, say, oh, I kicked it with this dude, Kheem, one time. It's like, nah, I actually want to have a relationship and some type of friendship with people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they can always remember. Because, like, for you to remember the 8th grade party when we in our 30s, I'm sure there's people that's going to be watching this or people that know me that's like, yo, Kheem, I remember your 8th grade party. It was legendary. Like, it was crazy. So,
Yeah. I also want to just commend your expansiveness and your creativity, because I think that with the skills that you have, there are certain people who would have that skill and would take that information and say like, oh, I'm gonna be like a party promoter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
yeah.
Honestly, that's probably what I would have thought.
Right.
Like I think that that's huge and
Which
like
is
such
cool.
a
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with
absolutely.
that.
Like, which is cool.
Yeah, no.
Nothing
No,
wrong with
But I
that
get
at
what you're
all.
saying, though.
absolutely no
Yeah.
shade.
Yeah.
But like, because that is very, very dope, and we all know party promoters that are like, that's our guys and our girls. But I definitely think that there's something to having the ability to take that and be like, oh, like what else? Like what can I create? Not just what can I contribute to, but what can I create?
Yeah.
So I think that that's really, really dope. That's really, really dope.
No, I
How did that
appreciate
like what clicked? Because it's one thing to like throw parties or promote parties. Like what clicked for you that was like, oh, a whole festival?
Well, as y'all know, I play drums too. So
Yes, you do. Very well.
music is definitely always been my first love. Like even before basketball, before anything, music was always my passion. So when I started playing drums and I was just playing ball, I always still have my drums there, and I always still intact with music. Like, was still cool with all of my mentors that always poured into me as far as musically. I always would still go to concerts. So, like, some of my homies who took off in the music industry as far as playing for certain people that made it big, I was always still in tune with them and still supporting them. So when I decided to start back playing drums, one of my best friends, Josh, he was just like, yo, Kheem, you should get back to playing drums, bro. You sitting on your hands, like, you too talented to just play drums, bro. Just do it. Like, you love it too much. And I was just like, you know what? I might as well do it. So when I started back playing drums, and then I started playing in the band, it was like, now I'm in the realm of promoting. Now I'm back in the realm of basically the stuff I was doing that I'm already naturally good at, which is getting people to come and kick it with me, no matter what I'm doing. But now I'm in a different space. I'm doing rock music. So if I can get my homies and black people who don't listen to this music at all to come to, and like our first shows, we were doing like 150, 200 people capacity, and like, you know, I would bring a good chunk of that. And for those people to support me doing that, I was like, dang, so they gonna come see me do this. They either just rock with me, or they rock with the music too, or maybe it's hand in hand, or maybe I'm just that good. Maybe just like, damn, I didn't know you was into this, and you just put me on to something different, so I'm still just gonna support anyway. You know, so it was like hand in hand, and so gradually doing that. Fast forward to pandemic and just always reaching out to venues and trying to book venues. That was just end up being something that was thrown on me, just dispersed to me through my bandmates, like Kheem, because you know how to talk business and talk to people, you know, get the vendors, get the venues. I mean, and so I was like, man, it's not a black fest. I know a lot of artists because I ventured off. Besides playing in the rock band, I played in a couple for a rapper, my homie Ross Mag. I played for an R&B artist by the name of London Low. So I started expanding my drumming outside of just the rock band and church, of course. And so I'm like, man, I'm starting to get in tune with all different type of artists on top of people who I know that's already artists. So it was like, once the pandemic hit, it was like, I was just sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm like, man, there's no black-owned festivals. There's no black-owned, like, concerts. So you got Lala's and you got all this, and it's always no concerts to where you always go to these concerts and it be 100 people on these bills and you only know 15 of them. You know, you like, how did this person, my homie better than that person? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how can my people get on there and they better than that? And it's like, what can I do? And it was like, well, I'm kind of cool with the promoting shit. I'm already got people that can support me doing rock shit. So imagine if I play rock, I play hip hop, I play R&B. I know a lot of hip hop and R&B artists that's cold, that's good, that should be on these concerts, or should be on tour, should be signed to these record labels.
Absolutely.
And it's like, why not try to just present that to the world, make it so that way these artists and these musicians networking with each other so that way they can help each other. I was thinking all of this, so like, it was just like a whole concept that was coming to me, and my mind, when my mind works, I'm on go. So like everything was coming to me so fast, and it was just like, it was like April or something like that, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw my own concert, my own festival, and everybody was like, you like what? Like some people was like, you crazy? Like how's it in? But I was just like, yo, no, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I ain't had no money, so I ain't had nobody that I can like reach out to. It was like, yo, and I work a 9 to 5 like everybody else. You know what I mean? So I ain't just got $100,000 that I could put forth, but I know production and I know what I want my stuff to sound and look like. So I was just like, I'm gonna just push forward with it. I'm just go with it. I'm put my own money to it. I know people, just by being connected. So I know people who do sound. I know people who got stage and lights. I know people who. And these people, just luckily, I've just got relationships with them, so they wasn't hitting me across the head with nothing. So it was affordable. Like, nobody gave me nothing for free. I still had to pay for everything, but they did look out. You know what I mean? The venue was definitely free the first time. It was every time. They always asked me just to look out for them. You know what I mean? So
Love that.
the first time, he was like, yo, Kheem, I see your vision. I see what you're doing. Just bless me, whatever you want to bless me off of whatever you make. But everybody else, the sound man, the stage, the lights, everything, the first year was just all off the love. Even the artists that I reached out to who they saw my vision and they didn't ask me for nothing. You know what I mean? And then the people who did, I told them, like, you know, I really don't have nothing for you. This is my first year doing it. And they was cool with doing it. They was like, you know, man, I see what you're trying to do. But yeah, that's what made me want to do it, though. I know I'm talking too much.
No,
but
you're not.
That made me
gotta
want to
get
do
the
it.
That's
origin
that's what
story.
this is for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that made me want to do it, just seeing that. And then I was sitting at home, like I said, pandemic hit, and it was just like, how can I do this? And all that stuff started flashing. And I started reaching out to people who I know who got the sound or got the stage, got the lights. And I was like, and I started reaching out to the artists. And I put it to my first one I put together within 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Did you always see it going into a year 2 and year 3 when you first started it? Was it just when you first said you wanted to do this, was it just something you thought it was like cool for the moment for this summer? Or did you always see it like, no, this is about to be, we're going to be at KheemerFest 10?
So
Definitely.
honestly,
Look at my
I saw KheemerFest 10. That's why I said when my mind go and I see something, and it was like, this is like something that I knew was right up my alley. I was like, my mind was on go, because my mind is like, I'm already seeing. The first year I was like, watch, by year 5 I'm gonna have this liquor company or this big Coca-Cola or Sprite or this record label hit me up, and now by year 6 I'm doing it in Texas, I'm doing it in Vegas, I'm doing it in this area, because it's all about up. So KheemerFest is really about, besides just trying to put on a show and having these artists be able to play at these platforms, it's about these artists getting a platform to play in front of a festival type crowd.
Right.
A lot of artists don't get a chance to even play in front of an outside festival type crowd or even gain free fans or network with those type of artists. So my goal was always to get one artist or 2 artists who is like either on the brink of taking off or already like kind of on that level that's already off, that I got a connection with, that I can kind of work with. So that way by year 2 or 3, like 2 years down the road, you guys just say you came to support your friend, you saw this person headline. 2 years down the line, you see this person on tour with whomever, Chris Brown or whatever. You like, yo, I saw them at KheemerFest, and it's just like, now that person take off, and they come back, and like 5 years from now, that person's on their first festival or first show they did. A big thing they did was like KheemerFest, like, yo, I'm gonna come and bless you just because you gave me the first opportunity. And then let's just say other artists that performed there, they was networking with this person and they helped them get on. It just all, my whole thing was like, it's always about us helping each other, but everybody always try to pin us against each other. As far as like in the music industry, it's like, who better than who? Who music sound better? Like, why can't we all?
There's room for everybody.
It's room for everybody. So it's like on these platforms, there's really no headliner. You know what I mean? Everybody is just as good. So it was just like, you want to go out. I want to always get one person that's on the brink of taking off, so that way, people always want to come back and be like, yo, I seen this person next year. It's going to be somebody else. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I definitely, one of the things that stands out to me, and I've been thinking about this a lot too, just in the internet and stuff, things are really shifting and changing. Like the landmark is completely different than what it was 10 years ago, especially 20 and 30 and all that. So it pays to be a genuine person. And you just are. And you always have been. Like always have been. I remember, like, I didn't get a chance to go to any of your parties, but I remember hearing stories of, like, I know, I was such a loser.
I said I'm sorry.
But I had friends who told me, like, just about how nice you were. Like, not even just, like, yeah, that shit was rocking, but, like, you're just a genuinely nice person. Like, we'll go out of your way for people. Hospitality, like Tati said. And we're in a space in, the industry, quote unquote, where that's what you need, I think that everybody, like the higher ups, the people from the back days, they're just used to throwing money around, and because they're throwing money around, they think they can just treat people however.
Facts.
But the fact that you made these connections from a genuine connection, from a genuine place, and you were trusted enough where you told someone something, and even if people did think like, that's kind of wild, you about to just throw a concert, they were like, all right, I'm with it, And I honestly love that. I know that, a lot of people have a lot to say about our generation and the generations below us, but I think that it's starting to shift in such a positive way, and it's people like you that we're going to see more of. And something about hearing you talk, I think about Issa Rae too, and how Issa Rae talked about networking across, and how she wasn't focused on, who in the higher ups can I get in front of. She was like, I got friends who are talented. I got friends who are not even, maybe don't even have the experience, but are interested enough, and like we can just make stuff on our own, And
not to cut you off, but like,
no, go ahead.
Like, I definitely have some people who perform that both of my KheemerFest who gonna perform this year again.
Yeah.
Because those are my homies, and those are people who I believe in. Those are people who I believe should be signed and should be on. Like my homie Marcus Kinsey. He headlined my first year at KheemerFest. He's a talented R&B soul talk box guy. He got a song right now that's out right now with Kenyon Dixon. It's
That's
featured with
heavy.
Kenyon Dixon. He got a song with BJ Chicago Kid right now. He got a song with I don't want to name too many people. But you can just look him up. But
Yeah.
he's my homie, and I feel like he don't get his just due. So it's like, you know, when he take off, you know what I mean? I'm going to feel like I'm a part of his journey, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Just by just him, you know, being a part of KheemerFest and me being a part of him and just seeing his growth. And, you know, when I grow, he growing, you know, we growing together. And
Exactly.
like, you know, by being able to reach out people that, you know what I'm saying, like you said, Issa Rae, she got her friends that's talented that should be signed and should be seen across the world. And it's like, you know, why not start there versus trying to reach for the
And then you holding yourself
masses.
stagnant, trying to wait for some big person
Artists,
to
you know
see
what I
you.
mean?
You know,
Exactly.
Yeah.
exactly. I
Because
love
I'm not
that.
trying to compete with Coachella and them. I'm not trying to have
Right.
10 Grammy, you know what I'm saying, or 10 platinum artists.
Right.
I want one artist that's on his way or already in that level, and I want everybody else to feel it because I want them to have a chance to say, I performed on the same stage with this person that's Grammy nominated, or this person that toured,
Right.
or I networked with this person because they saw me there and they connected with this person. And it's, you know, it's all about that. That's what KheemerFest is pretty much about.
Yeah, and that's the stuff that's truly valuable.
You mentioned, I know you said that, like, you were into, like, the music and playing drums and stuff before basketball. So
Facts.
you mentioned, like, basketball was always a dream of yours. Music was always a dream of yours. And now you say, like, you work, like, a 9 to 5 like everybody else.
Yeah.
What was like, your dream job? Like, growing up, like, what did you always see yourself doing or hope for yourself since you're or did you always know, like, no, I'm just a jack of many trades, like, I'm gonna be everywhere?
So honestly, I've always, and it's crazy you asked me that because I've always was a jack of many trades. And one of my homies used to say, man, you a protege, you just code at everything.
Renaissance man.
And I always had plan A, B, and C when I was a kid. It was like, I'm going to make it doing this, but I'm going to spend that money for making it that, doing this, and spend that money doing that. So I always knew I was going to be doing 3, 4,
things,
everything that I love doing.
Right.
So, but to answer your question, like, directly, I wanted to play basketball overseas in the NBA.
Okay.
I was going to, when I retired, though, I was going to drum and tour and play drums, tour for drumming. Or if basketball didn't work, drumming was going to be my second thing, which is try to play for an artist or tour with somebody. But I was going to use that money and also to work on my brand or my cooking stuff because I love to cook. So it's going to be the money that I made from both of that was going to go towards I make my hats, so my brand, or cooking, which would be a food truck or a restaurant. Or,
So is that
catering
still on
business.
the horizon?
Yes,
I'm
all
like,
of
please
that
say
is.
yes.
Everything is under the horizon. Everything is
For
undergo.
You have
Yeah,
your family has, like, a cookbook, right?
so like
yeah.
all of that stuff is like kind of like somewhat in the works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to say
Got
like,
it.
oh, we finna launch in this.
Yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
So right now I'm focused on making sure I got the capital to fund all of that stuff.
Right.
But I don't want to have to worry about, you know.
100%.
Funding is a thing.
But yes, I always knew that I was gonna. I had 3 passions that with 3 things that I knew I was good at, 3 things that I knew that I wanted to do with my life, and
Basketball, music, and
Cooking.
something with
cooking.
food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So you always knew that you had a
Yeah.
passion for cooking.
Yeah.
love that.
I always knew
That's
that.
amazing. Because
Yeah.
I like to eat. That's great. We need people like you.
I just told myself that I needed to be more creative when it comes to cooking. I'm kind of like to the book, but you know, like I'm not an intuitive cook yet, but I'm working on that. You know, I'm trying to get more
eat
into
out
it.
a lot?
I don't think I could say a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot. Not as much as I should.
Okay.
Not as much as you should.
I feel like I should be going to restaurants more often.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because the more restaurants you go to and try new stuff, but do you like trying new stuff? That's not the thing.
I
do you
eat everything.
the same thing when you go to restaurants.
No,
like,
when
I'm only
I
going to get this when
Oh,
I go no matter where I go.
Okay, that's me.
You like my sister. My sister do that. Anywhere she go, I already know where she go. Her and my mom, if we go to any restaurant, I can pick out on the menu exactly what I can order for them no matter where we go.
And they're like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm
See,
doing.
I'm on
My grandma the
other
same
end
way.
of the spectrum.
All the
Like,
ladies.
I eat everything. And
Well,
that's what I tell
Then you
people.
should
Like,
eat
I
out.
eat
You
everything.
should definitely go out more.
Yeah.
Cause I definitely spend too much money eating out.
You hear that, babe?
I eat out a lot. Yes, go out more because that's definitely gonna expand your taste buds and your palate as
100%.
far as now your mind go towards another way when you are cooking.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it kind of tasted like this, so let me go try to make this.
One thing I
You know
have
what I mean?
been doing is because I learned how to cook late.
Okay.
So when I was a kid and like my mama was like, "Come in here and watch me do this," I was like, "No, girl." I used to be very like, I don't even know what the word is no more, but like I used to I guess I thought I was like a feminist or something. Like I was like, I'm not gonna be cooking and cleaning. Like I'm gonna be a businesswoman. like I don't know. I just was like, which is like so stupid because like you still gotta eat.
Yeah,
stupid.
exactly.
Literally the only reason I know how to cook. My great grandma used to always say like, I know how to cook because I like to eat.
Yeah,
And that's like my
literally.
only thought process with cooking. Like,
And I just used to
enjoy
rebel
eating.
against
Like
it.
when did you start like cooking?
Probably
Helping
like-
out to where you felt like you knew you can cook. Cause I'm sure since you say your grandma, she
Helping
probably had you
out,
helping
I
when
was
you was
helping
doing
out at
For me, it
like
was
a
8 years
young
ago.
age, like 8, 9, 10. You said for you was a year
It
ago?
was, no, I said 8 years ago.
Oh, I thought for you was a year ago?
8 years ago.
Helping out, I was always helping my great grandma cook, like 8, 9, 10,
Yeah.
7. As far, especially like when she had a garden,
Okay.
like
Oh, that's
outside,
You
like
elite then.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
always in the mix, like picking the green, like. Actually, that was a terrifying experience because once I knew that bugs could be on them,
Yeah.
That's why
I
you gotta
was-
wash them thoroughly.
I was
Yeah.
done.
With soap
I
and
was
water.
done.
Come
I
on
saw
down,
a bug
people.
and I said, "Don't call me in here no more."
I do the Thanksgiving
But-
dinner every year for the past like 4 or 5 years,
the
and
whole dinner?
the entire dinner.
So you that raw with cooking.
I'm
so you went
very
from not
good.
cooking at all
Literally.
to being elite.
So
To
look,
cooking Thanksgiving.
To being
So-
elite.
You gotta be
So
elite.
now you a
to-
chef.
No, I'm saying.
No,
to
legit.
cook Thanksgiving, you gotta be elite though.
but let me tell you why. So, well, caveat, because Cass is about to be 8. Literally, the year Cass was born, I was making terrible. I mean, I was awful that year. Literally, I was really fucking bad. I lived. That was my first like apartment by myself, and I was just doing horribly. So then that next year, I moved in with shout out to Drea P and Ajano Asia, and that was when I was like, there are other people here that can like give me their taste buds and help me and be honest with me. And I started like really trying, and I specifically was like, I'm going to follow a recipe to the like letter.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned how to do every Thanksgiving dish from that.
Oh, wow.
And now
Didn't get that origin story.
I just kind of know it.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
so
yeah.
so Thanksgiving I'm not worried about.
You're not-
Like that's
you're
like
not
my
messing
Super
that
Bowl
up.
every year.
You know,
Okay.
in hindsight, I genuinely think that soul food, and maybe it's because
You a nigga?
I'm black and
Yeah.
and it's innate or something, but I think that is the easiest. Those are the easiest things to cook for me. Like, cause
Yeah.
making Thanksgiving dinner, it's not a big
Easy.
deal.
It's just a long
Come on,
time.
Like,
ladies.
I
It's not
know,
hard.
but
I like
when
y'all
it comes
confidence,
to
but-
the,
It be a lot of people.
I
I be seeing a lot of not to cut you. I be seeing a lot of Thanksgiving dishes on Instagram and all of that, and they do.
It wasn't mine.
It be
Yeah,
like
right.
it be like 2 out of
I've
10.
never
it be
had a
like,
problem.
Like every 2 be good. Every 2 out of
No.
10 be like, okay, I eat that.
Right.
But I eat
No,
everything.
it be the other shit. It's
I'm-
the other stuff that make me have to. And I don't think I've ever necessarily cooked anything that was bad necessarily
Right.
because
Right.
I know how
Oh,
to
I have.
read.
Right.
You know,
you ain't gonna fuck it
Yeah,
up.
like I know how to
Oh,
read
curse.
to
I-
an extent.
No, you
no, you
can
curse.
Okay.
Come on, you
Oh,
can
but
fuck
like,
fucking curse.
Please fucking
But
curse.
it's
Yeah.
the other stuff to me. When you start getting into ingredients that you don't typically keep in
Right.
your home, when something is like, you need dried 4-leaf clovers, like that's when
wanna
shit gets
kick- I
real.
wanna kick
That's
their
when you're
ass.
like,
I started.
okay,
So
like
I
that's
started.
when you
Yeah.
gotta really pay attention.
I did start cooking Greek food like last year, and there's like a lot of
random shit.
random spices and
random
stuff like
stuff
that.
in
But
there, yeah.
but I like it.
It makes sense,
But
though,
I'm
when you put it
just not
together.
exactly. But when
Yeah.
I'm just now getting to that point where I'm like getting adventurous.
Okay.
Because Thanksgiving I got that down 100%. Like I'm about to say he knows. He knows.
Yeah.
I definitely
I'm
do.
about to say she knows. So
Yeah, you've had plenty of breeze giving.
plenty of breeze givings and I throw down. I do a really good job at that. But I need to like expand. And I just think that I'm not an intuitive cooker. Like The difference between me, like when I used to live with Drea P, is I needed a recipe. I needed like exactly what the ingredients were, damn near measurements, like everything. But Drea P used to know how to like go in the fridge and be like, okay, we got this, and this. I cannot wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Like just opening the fridge and being like, okay, what do we have? What can I make out of what? My brain would explode. I can't do that.
I think you can
So
do
I'm
it.
working on that.
You can do that.
I'm working on that. I want to be more
No, you can do
intuitive
it.
with the way that I cook. Anyway, I don't know how we got on this.
Because he is a chef.
Yeah,
That's like Brian the chef.
he's a gourmet chef.
When you get to talk about food, you can
just
go
keep
on
adding
forever.
up.
So
No,
like,
for real.
you all good.
You got a favorite food?
I
A
mean,
favorite?
I don't like that
wait,
question.
Wait. Give me
Okay.
both. I want your favorite food, and I want your favorite thing to cook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
that's
they're
the
very
favorite
That could
cook.
be
different.
two
I'm about to say
different
because they do be
things.
different.
Favorite food, like style?
Right, like style of food, like
Your
cuisine, or
favorite-
like
your
favorite like thing
favorite
when I
meal.
go out to
Favorite
eat.
meal, your favorite
Your
meal.
favorite meal. Like if somebody is
Answer all
like,
of
it's
them.
your birthday, I want to cook you your
Oh.
favorite meal.
I don't want nobody
What
cook
do
for
you-
my birthday.
Period.
I wanna
so
go
what you
out.
don't
think nobody
Okay,
can
so what
cook.
you want?
No, it's not
Say
even
what you
that.
don't think we can
said
cook.
so
No, it's not that. I just would rather go out to a restaurant and be served on my birthday, like real served. Like
Okay,
You
well
can get
just
served at home.
Father's
I mean,
Day.
facts, but
Father's
true.
Day.
Father's Day I want to go out.
Yeah.
Father's
All
Day.
right. Okay. You're okay.
He wants to eat out.
Okay, so when you go out, what is
I'm
your
just being
favorite?
honest with y'all. I
So
don't
what's
want a
your
meal
favorite
for
meal
that.
when you go out then? What is your
Um,
favorite meal to get still?
Well, if I'm gonna go out for something like that on my birthday, if I was like that, I'm gonna go get a steak or something. I'm gonna go
So
get
steak is your. So what's your favorite thing to
For
cook?
steak and lobster, of course. For what my favorite thing to cook, oh, that's tough. I like to cook a lot of stuff, but this is
Yeah.
gonna sound like some nigga shit. I like
love
to make wings.
probably
I
would.
knew
like
he was about to
make
say
a lot.
wings.
I was like, I
knew
probably
it.
love it.
Cause I just,
Yeah,
they so
that's
it's like you can't go wrong with no wings.
But you can
And
get
I got
creative with
fried-
wings,
I got
though.
Yes.
potato
You
cutter.
making good
creative.
sauces?
Yeah,
Really?
so
Yeah.
many different sauces. Like
Okay.
all the time, you got to switch it
That's
up with
all
the
that
sauce.
matters.
And then I always stay with bags of potatoes, and I got a fry cutter, so I just make the homemade fries every time.
Oh, that sounds
Late
amazing.
night.
Yeah.
And I got jerk sauce, so I do a jerk honey, I do a lemon pepper garlic, I do all type of stuff. Like
I want to try all those.
Yeah,
Fire.
I make a pretty good wing, but I do have to get more creative with my sauces.
yeah. But I live by myself though.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm not
So you
finna
just
make
be
no
in there
real meal.
vibing.
But sometimes when I do make meal, but like if I was cooking for like if it was like somebody like, oh, can you like my mama and them was like, bring something to make me to whatever.
Like a
Yeah.
potluck or something.
Yeah.
Like contribute something.
Yeah, I'll probably bring like pasta or something, any kind of pasta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's the worst question? Not
Tell
to like,
us.
we've been on a food tangent for a minute, but I hate like when you're dating and then like somebody asks you like, can you cook? And you be like, yeah, I cook. And they be like, so what would you make? Or like,
Right,
what's
yeah, I
your
don't like that. What's your
what's
go-to
your
meal?
go-to thing
Yeah.
to
To
make?
make.
And I'm like,
What's your favorite dish to
I
make?
don't know.
Right. Yeah, it's like
Food?
what? Food, right.
Yeah, whatever I'm hungry
Whatever I
for.
gotta
Yeah, that
taste
is
for.
I'm about to say
hard.
whatever you got to taste.
Cause don't get it
for.
twisted. Even though I like making chicken a lot, I can make everything. So don't get it twisted. But
Truly. I
that's just what
believe
I
you.
like to eat and make when I'm at home.
I think we should have a potluck. I think we
so,
should
too.
have a
Let's do it.
KheemerFest potluck.
Oh,
Away Where's the Podcast presents the KheemerFest potluck.
let's do it.
I'm
I'm down.
Heard
I'm
it
in.
here first.
And
I'm a
Michael is
fan.
gonna bring the the taco dip.
the taco.
He's gonna bring the
Taco
taco
salad.
dip. Oh, taco salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll bring the wings.
Okay, I'll bring the wings.
Okay.
I'll bring like two flavors.
Thank
Me
you. I'm
and
about to
Bree
say I
have
want
no
flavors.
idea what we'll bring.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh my
We
Yeah,
gotta hold on. We gotta make something that go together. I hate potlucks where you got a whole bunch of
random
sides.
stuff.
No,
I'm kind of
I
into
love
that.
that.
I said, I'm
You
kind of
like
into
that?
like
You wanna-
random things.
I just
Like you gonna
told
bring Mexican
Aja-
corn or something. You gonna bring cabbage.
Well,
baby shower
You
food.
gonna bring-
I was
I'm
just about to say,
baby
I
shower
told
food. You
Aja,
gonna bring red
my
beans and
favorite
rice?
thing
Yeah.
is
Ooh,
baby
can
shower
somebody-
food. Like, you know when you have a
Yeah.
plate, it's a sub
It's just
sandwich, some
hella
mozzarella,
shit.
some meatballs, some chicken wings.
That's
I
exactly
love
what that
that.
sounds like.
That shit is
Random
so
shit.
good.
Literally,
I'll
when
pick over
somebody's
shit.
having a baby and I get
that.
that
I
baby shower
love
invite,
it.
that's the first thing that pops into my head. I'll be like, so what kind of
Meatballs
food y'all
and
gonna have?
mozzarella.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and
The
I
food
want,
is
I'm
serious.
ready.
I don't want y'all getting bougie with the baby showers, y'all. Like, let's stick to our roots. Like,
You
dude,
Yeah.
get bougie, lady.
sometimes they be trying, and it's just like, girl, didn't nobody ask for no fucking lamb chops at a baby shower? Like,
You're not
I'll
doing
eat
that.
them though.
I'm gonna
I
eat
wanna
them.
eat
There's a
them, though.
pan of them
I'm
amongst the other things.
Don't get it
eating
twisted.
them,
I'm
though.
gonna eat,
Yeah.
but I'm
Just
just
like,
saying,
why
like,
would
I
you
came
gotta
here
do
for meatballs and masticholi. Like,
No, gotta have
quit
the
playing with
mozzarella
me.
for sure.
Please say the masticholi.
no, like,
Who is So we, obviously we've had your brother here. We've had Larry here a few
yeah.
times.
Shout out Larry Legend.
Yes,
my blood brother.
Definitely a fan favorite.
You want to know something funny about you and Larry? Because y'all look just alike to me. Like y'all
They do look just alike.
Exactly, and that's the same as me and my brother. Yeah. My brother is much darker than me, and so when we were kids, it would always be
They're
like
twins.
Yes, it'll always be little niggas being like, "Oh, that's not your real sister."
Show me a picture when we.
You've seen them. Oh, it's her.
So like
they look just alike.
Y'all probably went through the same thing though, because like kids on the block being like, "That's not your real sister. That's not," and I'm just like. We literally have the same face.
Yeah, same face.
We look just
the same face.
Yeah.
So,
but
I know the struggle.
Who was the better cook between you two? Because last time he was here, we talked to him about food. And he talked to us about cooking and talked about like some of the recipes that he had in the book and all those things. This is getting serious. He took some breaths. He was like, okay.
Yeah. I love it. Little sibling rivalry.
Right. Who would be the better chef? Because we're going to bring Larry to the potluck now. Because he's going to have to make, because he mentioned wings too.
Oh, yeah.
When he was here.
Y'all have a wing battle.
No, we're supposed to have we actually supposed to have like a family cook off. So I will say I am gonna humbly say I'm the better chef.
Okay.
Than my brother.
You think he would say the same?
No.
Okay.
Because he's competitive like me. But
okay, got it.
To my advantage and to what everyone who knows, or both of us, what they would say is that I've been cooking longer than him as far as like just cooking a lot of stuff longer than him.
Got it.
But
so you got your techniques
he started cooking a lot of stuff later on.
Right.
And so he thinks because he's been cooking a lot of stuff later on, and he cooks more often than me. I will give him that.
Okay.
He cooks more often than me because he cooks for more than just one person.
Right.
I only cook for one person. So since he cooks more often than me, he cooks a lot. He feels like he has the advantage. Like, man, you only cook every 2 days. I cook every day. So
that's his voice.
So he definitely would say that he cooked better than me because of that. But I'm gonna lean on my confidence in what I know. I can do.
Very confident.
Yeah. I love that for y'all.
Yeah, I'm down.
But we definitely gonna have a cook off though. Me, him, my sister, my pops. We're going to have a cook-off. We're going to have a taste testing, and we all going to cook the same thing, and we're going to have a blind, and we're going to have, like, people just taste each plate and let us know which one is best, because
I was like,
and we might make it an annual thing.
I'm going to say hosted by
I was like, I feel like we are really good at that.
And we're going to do is,
we're really good at, like, tasting
and
food.
now I'm saying this out loud for the first time, like, live. We probably going to, now that I'm thinking about it, we probably just do, like, we might make it a whole event type thing.
Yeah. I love that.
So, like, have, like, an outside,
food
like, probably doing it something or something, like, food event.
Always.
And we might have, like, we might cook, like, 3 different dishes or something like that, 3 different things.
Yeah, let's make an event out of it.
You know, make an event out of it, have some music or something, you know, make a whole thing out of it. Yep. And and we can sell it at the end.
I love that.
Yep.
Right.
I love that.
Exactly. I love that.
I would be so nervous. Like if I was like a judge, I'd be like, I think plate 3 is the winner. Like I would be nervous.
There's a cooking show that was on Netflix. I forget what it was called. It was kind of a weird one because it was like a cooking / like reality show because they all lived in the house together and shit. It was strange. But the first episode, they basically they got to cook whatever they wanted. So it was like, just bring your best dish and best dish wins. And I was just like, damn, what would I bring? Like if I was
with celebrities?
No.
They did a celebrity thing like that.
Oh.
And I remember like Brandy and Ray J was on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I missed that.
Me too.
Oh, they lost. Yeah. Damn. What's their mama name? Sonia?
Yeah.
Sonia failed them.
Yeah.
Both of them
Sonya. It was Ray J's fault.
I knew it was Ray J fault.
He was moving fast.
Oh, were they like a
He
team?
was just, yeah,
He
they were.
probably
Oh,
panicking.
I thought
He
you meant
probably
like
panicking.
separately.
No, he
He was
does
just
stuff for
moving
TV.
fast. He was just like, come on. He was like, come on, B. We just gonna do this.
That's his voice. Come on, B.
Yeah, he was just moving fast, and
That's
Brandy
so
was just
weird.
like, Ray, like we don't have it. Like, just slow down.
I love
hilarious.
that. But I'm gonna get back to y'all on that. I asked that question. I don't know the answer. Like, do you think you know what you would bring if it was like bring your best dish? Like, 100%. You know, every time you make it, it's gonna smack. I don't know. I don't know.
It's tough.
It's rough. Yeah.
Because I feel like I make a lot of stuff that be smack. I'm gonna say I'm kind of cold, so I feel like I'm cold on a couple dishes that I feel like I can lock in.
Why?
Because I can make alternatives for some of these. Like if I'm missing something, it's like I can use this instead of that. Because I'm out of this.
You that slick with it.
I'm already in the middle of making it. So like, how can I make this work? That.
And you know.
Yeah.
And you
That's
know.
what's up.
You said
meat-wise,
have
it would
the
definitely
meats.
be like a beef short rib for sure.
Ooh.
Okay.
Meat-wise.
Yeah.
Go Tati.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, like
excited for you.
sidewise, now we gotta play around. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like a meat, like the protein, it would definitely be like a beef short rib.
Sure.
Sidewise, I think it's easy for me because I do a mean mac and cheese for sure.
Yeah, mac and cheese, me too, because I learned
Very
how to make it from
mean.
you.
Oh yeah.
Because I used to hate mac and cheese, y'all.
Yeah, my mac and cheese fire too.
I used to hate homemade mac and cheese. I did not like it. I just started liking mac and cheese in my later years, probably like 20.
Is it
I'm
because you
so
started making
glad.
your own?
You know, no, my cousin, shout out to Brandy and shout out to Terry. My cousins, they make such good mac and cheese. And I realized, I went through a time period where I was like, that's the only mac and cheese I like.
Yeah.
I don't like nothing else,
All
only
right.
that one.
Yeah.
Then, like, when I started cooking, like, the Thanksgiving dinners and stuff, I was cooking the whole dinner, but I wasn't making mac and cheese.
Yeah,
And,
I
you know,
remember
that's
that.
such a staple.
Yeah.
Right,
I
you
was
can't
like,
mess with the mac.
okay. And my mom never made mac and cheese either. She didn't used to make that either. So I had asked Bree when she started cooking. I was like, how do you make your mac and cheese? And she told me
It's a
how
good
she
one.
made it. And that's what I've been doing ever since. And it's
Come on,
Still
that's
do
a good
that
one.
recipe?
yeah.
Oh, I love
Like
that.
I may like add like different cheeses sometimes,
Yeah.
but like the base
base,
yeah,
of
the
it,
same.
like
Congrats,
I definitely
Bree.
got that from
proud.
Bree's
Those
stories for sure.
stories.
And it's a hit every time.
Every year,
like
ain't
I
it?
make
You can't mess it
pans
up,
and
yeah.
like give it to people because they'll be like, "Can you just make me a
Wow.
pan of mac and cheese?"
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, bring it up. Somebody in love with
Talk
you.
about-
Check, huh?
Look, that's why my back big now.
This was awful.
Wow.
Yes, like this bag,
Yeah.
it makes mac and cheese.
No, but that's the only thing. So I'm very insecure about my arms, but I always say to myself, like, you're not gonna make greens good no more if
I
your
know he's
arm
about
not
to bring
this
them
big.
greens
I'm about to
up.
say that's a mac and cheese arm.
Yeah, like you gotta have.
You see that on
this.
Thanksgiving, people be like, "I don't want your food." If
'Cause
if
your
your
arm's
auntie's
skinny?
arms
Ain't-
not
ain't
like
flappy,
this,
You
yeah.
skinny, like you gotta. That's not no
You
good.
need
Come
to
on,
for
that's
you.
not no good
Yeah,
dish,
you need
babe.
a little meat.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so.
change the stereotype because
No, you got good. Yeah,
next
you have. A,
Thanksgiving, I'm gonna be like 20 pounds skinnier, and then
but you
like,
already have small arms, so you've already
They
broken
can
the
be smaller.
stereotype.
They can be smaller.
Oh,
And
speaking
they
of
gonna
small
get smaller.
arms, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But
Yeah.
look, I started doing one more push up every day.
One more push-up.
Yes, so I started with day one. I did
Doing
one
10?
push up.
Oh,
Okay, so you
no.
do two now.
No, I'm on 14.
Come on, girl.
You said one, so he said one more.
I love to hear
So
it.
today I did 14 push ups.
Nice.
Full transparency, I did have to take a break in the middle.
Are they
Okay.
real push-ups or are they female push-ups? Like you on your knees and you just leaning forward.
Let's all let's
I can't
unpack
do a
that.
push-up.
Let's unpack
So-
that because he said, "Are they real or female?" And I just want to say I resent that.
Kheem, don't get yourself into
I
this
resent
hole.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Are
they
they?
full push-ups or
or-
are they half push-ups?
Thank you so much. They are half because
Okay.
I'm starting from the bottom and I'm getting there. So
I
I'm
can't
doing
do a
that
push-up to
and
save my life.
I'm doing that and
Yeah,
I'm
you
also
can.
doing squats because I need to I want to climb a tree this summer.
Wow.
And I found a tree in my neighborhood
So
and
you're just gonna rip your arms up, just say fuck it, huh?
I'm trying to yeah, exactly. Yeah, the
Just
branches
scar
and
'em
stuff.
all up,
Oh, for
yeah.
sure, like a
Okay.
kid. But I got on the tree just to like see. I'm like, what am I working with as is? Baby, my legs. I was like, oh, you need your legs too. It was like so many things that I was
Yeah,
like,
you
Legs,
gotta pull.
arms.
They got shit in the
Shoulders.
outside
So-
now, like in the plants.
so I'm
and
doing the
stuff,
push ups
be
and I'm doing the
careful.
squats.
Okay.
I let Cassidy
I got a
play
squat
outside
routine
one
for your
time
ass.
this year.
What's happening?
And she came back in with like a whole rash
Wait, what's
from the
outside?
grass. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
some
just
in the
letting
grass.
I'm just letting you know.
I be,
careful.
but
I
you,
had
but you know, I be
Cassidy
outside.
and I had my nephews, but you're not rolling around in the grass and climbing trees.
But
She
I'm
just said
about
she
to
wanna
climb
climb
the
a
tree.
tree.
Right. That's why I'm warning you. That
Right.
is shit outside now.
You might
Because
wanna wear
I
face
used to roll
mask
around
then.
in the grass and
That's
I
best
came
she
inside
do.
and
You
I
wear
was
like a little
fine.
I
head
appreciate
cover.
that.
I'm
I
like,
appreciate
Cassidy
that.
came inside with a whole rash.
I got a
That's
squat
what you said.
routine
That's
for you
definitely-
if you need one.
I never heard nobody say they want to climb a tree though.
Yeah, I used to climb trees when I was little, and now I'm just like, I just
back
feel
with like nature. You just feel like you're doing a be out. You want to do it.
yeah. I talk to the trees, but I
Nice.
don't be touching them no more.
Okay.
Willow.
No,
Like a
I don't have any
like
willows in
grandmother
my
tree.
Yeah, I don't have any willows in my neighborhood. But I be
That's the
talking to
only
the
I
trees
would talk to that tree.
because I think that nature has spiritual properties and stuff, and
It
I just
does.
be trying to like get all the protection I can get, even though it's not really working.
Uh-oh.
If you know, it's stuff going on in my apartment, and the tree's not really having my back. So
They said we sent them
You got to
to
climb up there and have a conversation. huh?
Yeah,
right,
you
so I
gotta
have to get
climb.
I gotta touch it. So,
Right.
but me and my partner and I were on my man and I were on a walk, and I saw the tree, and I was like, I'm gonna try to climb. That's gonna be the tree that I practice on. Baby, my arm said, with what strength? With what? You don't have nothing. Literally,
You had
it's
to
like I put my
assess.
hands up there, and it was like I just hung for a second. I was like, oh, I can't get up here at
You
all.
had to assess to see where you were.
Yeah, exactly.
I was the worst during gym. Those times
Oh,
when they
climbing
had
up a
those
rope?
those like assessment times when it was like pull-ups, climbing the
Girl,
rope.
I wasn't doing none
like
of that.
all those things. I was the worst, except for the sit-ups. The sit-up
Yeah.
challenge I always flourished.
Especially if it was a bitch holding my feet.
But anything else,
killing
yeah,
100%.
easy, easy work. Everybody would be so excited for that. Like, let's go.
1,000.
But everything else,
Yeah, no. I didn't even run.
F.
And
I
that's
don't have
crazy because I got
ass.
into running as an adult. You know how many times I just let them say whatever about my fucking grade for that mile run in gym? I just was like, well, fuck it,
Yeah,
girl, 'cause I'm not running. I'm not running.
No.
that.
I didn't
You
care.
gotta run that mile.
You've seen the type that flourished in gym.
He
'cause
did.
You were, how
I
long
did.
were you a
Anything but
basketball
flourish.
player? Forever?
Yeah, forever, pretty much. I've
So
been a
you-
basketball player, so
They got a
gym-
pee-wee like what? How old can you get on a basketball team?
5.
Oh, is that pee-wee?
No,
What's it called?
that's
Nah.
not.
No,
You get on there
that's
younger than
like-
that.
That's
A widget
Something
or
about widget.
even younger.
it's small fry.
Yeah, you could
You
be
play
4.
Small fry.
My godson started at 4
Yeah,
on a
you
basketball
start
team.
early. But she started basketball,
kids.
soccer. They had us doing. My mom was always had me and my brother doing activities.
Yeah.
We did baseball, basketball, soccer, football, karate.
And you never wanted to like quit anything?
No,
Okay.
that wasn't
That's
me.
what's up.
Because I kind of am mad at my mom as an adult because I feel like she shouldn't have let me quit so many things.
Yeah.
Because I used to get in shit
Ain't
all
no
the
such
time,
thing
but I
as
used to
lack.
quit.
It's in you. It's what's in you. It's what's in you too. Like I feel like your parents can push you to do so much, but it's what's in you. I can't
Yeah.
force you to keep going. If you tell me you don't
kinda
want
wish
to
she
go,
would've, though.
if you don't want to go, and I tell you you should go, like if you just feel like if you tell me you didn't have fun, you didn't want to go, it's
Yeah.
like all right,
That's true.
I'm
but
not gonna waste my money then.
That's-
So
and
that's why some
that's
parents
what it
is like
was.
some
That's
parents is
exactly
like
what it
I'm not
was.
gonna waste.
Sports?
That's
Feel me?
what
They
it was.
expensive.
You haven't gotten to this stage.
Yeah,
With-
my
yeah.
daughter's
And
only
with the
2
with
right
the
now.
kids,
So.
yeah.
No,
My
trust me,
daughter
she in the
did.
after
I just
school
put her in
program, but-
cheerleading
Yeah.
last year, and I always knew because I was in cheerleading my whole life.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I always knew like once I had a daughter, like she doing cheerleading, she doing
Right.
cheerleading. I was
Mm-hmm.
so dead ass about it. I put her in cheerleading last year. I said, hold up.
She was your daughter
like,
older though now, so it's
Yeah,
costing
yeah.
more.
She about to be
but
8.
My
it
daughter's
was
only 2, so it don't cost that much for her.
Expensive in money and time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expensive in money, time, and energy. And I'm like, my parents did this for me and my brother for
Yeah.
like 10, 12 years.
That's
That's insane.
Crazy, yeah.
Our
That's what I'm
parents had
saying.
something else.
So like it's what's in you.
It's
So
such
like
a
you ain't finna
commitment
waste.
for
So
everybody.
your parents probably was like, all right,
If she
You
told me
came
she
in,
didn't
you
like
wanna
it, she
do
would
it,
never
she
she would
didn't-
never touch a pom pom again.
she don't do it.
If she
again.
told me
I
she
know
didn't like
that's
it, I
exactly
would be
what
like,
it
fine by
was,
me,
but I
babe.
think I just wish my mom would have
It's a
been
lot
like, well, you
Try
have
it
to
out
do
again.
something. Not
okay.
necessarily that
Yeah.
same thing because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did.
So you don't think? So she didn't put you in nothing else after this? It
So
was only
I
that?
did a bunch of stuff, but I quit everything.
So then that's not. Then
But-
you can't say that she didn't try it to put you
No,
in something else.
but I wish it was just a standard rule in my house of like
You got to do something.
you have to.
You
do
can't
something.
quit everything. You got to
because
pick
by the
one.
time high
Yeah.
school came, because after because I quit cheerleading to join LMH. Shout out to LMH. And once LMH disbanded, I didn't
quit
do
that?
shit. I didn't quit. We disbanded, which
Right.
broke my heart. But after that, though, I quit.
sing
I
nothing?
quit singing lessons. We were still doing individual singing lessons, and I had an attitude because my heart was broken. Because
What grade was this?
I was a freshman in high school, and literally, so that means from freshman year
Just
onward,
saying, you
I
didn't do
did
nothing.
nothing. I got a job sophomore year at Jewel. That's it.
Oh,
But and like just because
But
I am
that,
so
to a
creative,
parent could be considered as something.
sure. But
You were
because I
working.
am
Yeah.
creative, though, I
You
just
wasn't
kind of
just
wish that
outside.
that the things that I'm interested in had, and of course, it's never too late, right? I know, and especially when it comes to music, like I have a wicked ear, so I can play piano by ear, like harmonies, like that shit is just in my blood, but. After so long of not doing it, it's like so much of it's like training rules again. You know,
Right.
you got to start. And I kind of just wish that it was just like, well, girl, you got to. Like, you don't have no choice. Because
Yeah.
I have an attitude when you're 14. Looking back, it's like, oh, it would have benefited you so much if you would have just kept at it, especially singing lessons. But
Yeah, but that's how I was with drums.
yeah, yeah.
Like just to give you a little confidence,
Thanks.
I wasn't playing drums in high school at all.
Because I didn't even know you
was,
played drums.
I was
Yeah,
my
we didn't
drums was in
find out
my
till
room
after.
and I had them and they was in my basement. I always had them around. I literally when I was a kid, I literally was like I was advanced at my age when I was a kid. So when I got good at basketball, when I moved to the suburbs, it was like 6th grade.
Yeah.
That's when I started getting like, oh, I'm actually good at basketball.
Yeah.
And my friends playing basketball, so
Right.
my friends that I'm around every day is playing basketball versus when I was living in the city, my friends who I was around, they did music too. So
Right.
I was around, I was at church all the time because we lived in the city, so the church was right the street. So I was spending a lot of time at church, so I was up about around the drums all the time.
Yeah.
When I moved to the suburbs, it was like I was good at basketball already from when I moved, and then now everybody out here play basketball, and I had a rim that we could shoot around all the time. So it was like I stopped
That's where
playing.
your interests
I
were.
stopped playing drums like completely, and I always had them, and I always kept up with them.
Yeah,
And kept them
yeah.
clean. And I play sometimes, and people be like, you play drums? I'm like, yeah, I can play a little bit. And I play something like, dang, you actually cold. And that'd be it. Then we go hoop. Like, I didn't really like spend time
Let's go.
doing that.
Right.
And so then
Yeah.
I literally did not really start back playing drums. So it was like a whole 10-year span where I didn't play drums.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that to say
Yeah.
it's still not, don't give up. Like, just because you feel like you ain't did the singing or the music or whatever
It's on her
you
bucket
ain't did
list.
in so long.
It is.
It's just about the
Yeah.
repetition and how much you really enjoy doing it, and if you really want to spend time.
And
really
I've
doing
had
it,
my
you do
pockets
it.
as an adult, because like shout out to Left Jones, like they're an amazing band who always opens their arms to me. Like I could hit Ken up right now and he'll be like, yeah, you can come do this show. Like I've done so far shows with them and stuff, and it's been a couple years, but it is nice to know like, okay, I can always pick that up. But then, you know, being an adult, like life start life, and so I do just have to prioritize that. And I don't blame myself or my mom for that, because also music is kind of isolating when you're young, unless you're like in band, you know, like, and I had the pleasure of being in a singing group, and that was everything to me. But then when it was over with, I didn't want to just go to singing lessons by myself, you know? It was just like, well,
Right.
I'd rather go back to cheerleading because at least that's a group thing, but I didn't do that. I was an underachiever. I still am, kind of. I don't really have any ambition.
Speaking of underachieving,
Tell us.
me and Bree talked about on one of the last episodes, the conversation of, you know how they always ask those questions on social media about someone offers you $200,000 or a dinner with Jay-Z. You know, like, which one are you going to choose? And me and Bree kind of came to the like same conclusion that like, we can be lazy, and it would make no sense for us to choose the dinner with Jay-Z, because
not
whatever
freak that.
gems or whatever knowledge he would give to us, we would not use it. Like, we would not
Go
put
right
the
over my
energy
Into that.
towards using it to then see it come out, you know, in a monetary gain later
sure.
on. So we were like, clearly we would have to take the
Michael
money.
McGee on the
But
other
you-
hand,
right?
or
Michael
you,
McGee, and you seem
100%.
like a person that could be like, no, I'm definitely taking that dinner. But so what would
Yeah.
you, what would you choose in this scenario?
In that scenario,
Just 200,000.
In that scenario, just 200,000. I'm taking the 200,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, and don't get me wrong, I know that meeting with Jay-Z, and I know me. I can talk business.
Exactly.
That could turn into a partnership. That could turn into him buying
Exactly.
Right. You could
KheemerFest
do
from
something.
me.
That's what I was saying.
So
It could turn
many
into
ways.
it's a business
It-
meeting.
It's
is what
a
I
business
said.
meeting.
Yeah.
Yep.
But also,
It's just the carrot.
I know that 200,000.
Yeah.
I know with that 200,000,
Right.
I can
You know
buy
exactly
into
what it'll
myself
do.
with that,
Yeah.
with my
Yeah,
KheemerFest, and still get his attention. Eventually,
Come back around to
and
Jay-Z.
it can come back around, and now that
He'd be like,
opportunity,
you the
like,
guy that took 200,000
Shorty.
that dinner with me.
and he gonna be like,
He
gonna
I
remember it.
admire
He
you.
definitely- Yeah,
it's like,
He
like,
gonna look-
respect.
he
Yeah.
like you already knew what you needed to do.
Yep.
To do, you didn't need to talk to me.
Yep.
You didn't need you didn't need no handout. You just
Yep.
needed the bread to fund what you need to do. You already
now
had
you're
the
best
goal
friends.
and the vision and the what you need to target to make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now you
Yeah.
back around, and now it's like, shorty, you didn't turn it to this. You took that 200,000 and turned that to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me the 200,000.
For sure.
Your reasoning is way more eloquent than me and Bree's. We're just like, no, we're gonna take the money because like
the best I can do, the best
we're like,
I can
we're gonna
do-
go to dinner and just fan out.
Yeah,
so we
the
might
best
as well
I
take
can
the
really
money.
You might
do
be in
is
shock right
show
there.
you something. I could be like, hey, I've been podcasting for 7 years. Maybe you want to check it out. Maybe something you're interested in, like, you know, or I can sing.
But
and
when
then
we
that's
said
it.
we would take the money, we didn't even talk about how
What
we
we
would
can
flip
do.
that.
No.
Yeah,
we
you know
just
what
said
I
we
do.
were
just like, we're just
gonna
gonna
take the
take it.
money. We were just like, no, like they're like so many bills I can pay.
I'm gonna
Right.
take it and kick my
And like
feet
we
up
just
for
talked
a
about how
couple
we need to
months.
start eating out more.
Yep.
So
Literally.
that was literally our reasoning.
Y'all
We'd
are
probably stay at the
nuts.
same job. Just
He probably
Oh,
blow through
yeah.
100 of it and say the other 100,
life.
maybe.
No.
Oh,
I'm
she's
good
very
with the
fiscally
savings.
responsible.
I would
Is she?
definitely
No, she is.
probably.
No, she
that's
definitely-
literally
You gonna
that's
blow
definitely
50
my
of it
forte.
then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the
yeah.
150
But you know
you gonna
what?
put up.
If I ever got a big lump sum of money, I would blow so much of it on what I would be giving away.
Yes,
Like
100%.
I already know. Like I feel like I would save half.
Yep.
The other half or
Yeah.
the other third of that half would be given away. And then I would probably just splurge like
Yeah,
10 grand.
Start living my
or
life.
Yeah.
something.
I'm not
Yeah.
giving away half.
I would give
my
away
200 I
so
get, I got a
much.
plan. Once we get to where I'm going,
Then
then
we
I
start
give it
giving
away.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You
You
gonna
gotta
have
get
to
your
ride,
spot.
you gotta
But
ride this
honestly,
wave with me right
Yeah.
now.
That's
We
why
just
I
ain't, we ain't
think
paying
that
nobody.
My
we
mama
can't
would be like,
right now.
no.
That's why I know a
Not
team
riding
is
the
so
wave.
important,
A
and I think that it's
team.
really important that people understand themselves and know where their strengths lie and know their friends and their connections. Like
Yeah.
I'm in a space now where even I've been blessed recently, and my main thought is this is for me and about me, and I've earned it, and da 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 da. But also, I'm like, I have people in my network who are gonna really make some shit shake, like with the
Shake it up.
resources that I can create, and I know that I can manifest money. Like my ability to do that is powerful. What I do with it, that's something else.
Yeah.
So
Dang, that's
let
the same
people
thing for
like,
me.
and I feel like I think that especially in the internet era, I think that people talk about stuff so arbitrarily, like it's just something that everybody has. Like, yeah, if you get that much money, you should know better. And it's like not everybody does. But I know people who do. I know somebody who's very smart with money. I know somebody who's not even just smart with, but not only have the skill, but interested in. And I tend to keep myself in the space of my personal interest.
Facts.
I'm not interested in stocks. I'm not interested in like how to flip your money. Da, da, da. But I know somebody who is. I'm
Right.
gonna give it to her and let her do that shit. Or, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
definitely.
Yeah.
I think that everybody should like we shouldn't be so siloed. We should all see like I have a skill and I can use my skill to build off of your skill and so on and so forth. So
No,
What
having a
word
team
did
is
you
key.
just use?
which
Siloed?
one?
The siloed.
Siloed.
I've
like
never heard that
like
word.
alone, like isolated.
Bree says words all the time on this podcast that like I have no idea what
Yeah,
they
same.
are, and I nod like
You
I
just
know,
like,
like
yeah.
I heard it before.
Which is all
I'd be
every
like,
time.
mhm.
Every time you say that,
Yeah.
it makes me laugh because we're both writers, and when other people say that, I'll be like, oh, it's because I'm a writer.
Yeah.
But like we're both writers.
But I write the way I talk.
Yeah,
and you write
yeah,
the way
yeah.
you talk.
Yeah,
and
you're
your
right.
vocabulary
So how
is
do
a
I-
lot
Different.
more like expensive.
That is
very
than mine.
expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do I know these words?
Like-
You be shutting me down.
No,
I
but
talk
having
like
a
I
team-
write like a nigga on the block.
You write like Sister Soldier.
I'm very I'm very. She know
love
more
that.
words than me too.
Oh, does she?
I'm gonna
But
say I love
yeah,
that.
like I'm very basic, like with the way I talk. Like it
That's
makes
so
sense,
interesting. Yeah.
but it's
And it's
very
beautiful and it's
basic
relatable.
words.
It's totally relatable. That's what it is.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Like,
I love
No,
that.
but like you were saying, having a team is definitely important. My first year and my second year, I had no team. I did everything myself. And my best friends and my brother Larry and my two brothers Josh and Brandon, they came to me after the second year, like the day after, 2 days after the fest. And man, it was a success and everything. It wasn't like nothing went wrong or nothing.
Right.
They just came to me and was like, yo, Kheem, you dealing with a lot, bro. Let us help you. Like you need a team.
Yes.
You need
Yeah.
the
I
hospitality
mean,
team,
especially
you
as it
need
gets
this
bigger.
Team, you need this team because they see the vision, they believe in me. They like, yo, Kheem, you need a team. Let us help you do
And
this,
that's
do
so
that, and
valuable.
let's meet. And I was just like so appreciative that they even came and said that to me. And it was like, you know what I do because I'm doing too much. But I'm also
Yeah.
the type of person I don't like to ask nobody for nothing
Yep.
if I
So
can't
many of
pay
us.
you for nothing because I
So
feel like
many of
somebody
us.
always
Yeah.
wants something in return.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
We
all
gotta
right,
let that
I
go.
could be there, but what you gonna? It's like I
Right.
just know how it is, and it's like I don't like really asking nobody to help because it's like
100%.
I ain't really
understand
getting
that.
paid. I'm not doing nothing. This all just coming out just to get the show to happen. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I
it's just
understand
like
that.
Yeah.
it's just like I don't want to ask somebody, but eventually teamwork is definitely
Exactly. And we all and I feel the same way, but I do feel like we need to let that go, but I also think like just be with the flow of the way that things going cuz just like you said, it's uncomfortable for you to ask people for stuff. It's something that you wouldn't have done, but you also didn't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And
Yeah.
you didn't stump yourself so much with your pride to be like, no, bro, I got it.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
let
I was
them.
just like, let them.
Exactly,
Yeah.
especially if you know that they have certain skills and any way that they can offer you relief. And I think that that's the important part, you know, and I try to keep that in mind for myself because I don't like asking for anything from anybody ever. I hate feeling like a burden or like I'm inconveniencing anybody. So, but I have gotten a lot better at being honest. So if somebody comes to me and say, is there anything I can do for you? Is there any way I can support you? Do you need anything? Instead of me being like, no, which I usually do, just being like, let me think about that.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
if you have the capacity to support me in any way, I'm going to let you.
I'm gonna let you know, yeah.
You know? And then it's like 10 years down the line when everything is popping and everybody knows us and stuff, everybody gets in on it because
Exactly.
we've all put in our fair work, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, where is Kheem 10 years down the line?
20,
What are you doing?
what's that, 33?
10 years from now.
Wow,
I'm
2033.
What are you doing? That's this is
10
3,
years
so
from
that's
now,
KheemerFest 13 already.
I'm
We know
definitely
that.
not working my 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
That's been gone.
My festival,
That's been
yeah, that's been gone. The festival is, I'm hoping that I still own it. Well, I'm not even sure if I own it right now. I might still be like in place to make sure stuff is what it is. I'm hoping by then that, so the goal is to have, be in different cities by then because there's so many up and coming artists in different cities.
Always.
Exactly.
They don't get the opportunity to
Yeah.
perform in front of festivals and stuff. So I want to make my stuff a global, like a traveling, like how Lollapalooza and like how, I mean, not Lollapalooza, like how Rolling Loud
and
is.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And how that's all different cities. They hit different cities. I want KheemerFest to do that, hit different cities, but it's catered to up and coming artists, not catered to artists that's already on.
100%.
Maybe one artist from that city,
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
or artists that's from close to that city that
Bring
can
people
bring
out.
people out that they close to, who they resonate with, who like on the brinks of taking off, and then also record labels, because my goal is to put these artists on as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't just want to just have them network with each other, but so to answer your question, then I want to either, if I'm still involved or I already sold it off to one of the major companies or whatnot, but I want to work with the record labels to either be an A&R for them and help them, like, since your ears to knowing you getting people doing these festivals and you get these great artists that we never heard of, like who the hardest person here, who's the hardest person here. I want to be able to connect those artists with those labels. So hopefully then I'm just sitting back and I'm just helping other artists, putting artists on with these record labels. That's where I want to be at that point.
I
And
love
just
that.
sitting back in my festival still doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
Whether I'm still hands on with all of them, or whether I'm just sitting back collecting, just putting it together.
Yeah. Up and coming artists, keep your eyes and your ears peeled. And also, they've been talking about this on the internet, but I have to say that I agree. And this is coming from a place of love. I know people be on the internet being nasty, but if you are a rapper specifically, get you a performance track. Stop rapping over your vocals.
Man.
Like, get a performance
That is
track.
key.
Get you some. Like, make sure that your backgrounds. Just do that and work on your performance. Work on your stamina enough, and it's okay. And then it's like, if people are rocking with it, they gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, if the first couple of times you ain't got the stamina, you running out of breath, just keep at it and keep practicing. It makes a world of a difference. Like, I know it seems like everything is like so fast and nobody's paying that much attention, but there are people like us
We
Yeah.
watching
who care about production
Who really care about that,
and
yes.
care about your ability to perform
Care
and
so much.
and let this be motivation to do so, because there are people like Kheem who are going to continue to build and create spaces for people who are local and people who are up and coming, and you want to be on point when you get up there.
And to your point, we just had a competition yesterday.
Yes,
on
yes,
420,
yes.
April 20th. We had a competition.
birthday.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we're still celebrating.
Yes,
you
we
know? And to your point, we had 20 submissions to submit because
Yes.
it was a couple artists that reached out, or people who came to the fest last year. Was like, how can I be a part? Can I perform?
Love that.
And I didn't want to be biased and be like, say yes to everybody, because I want to say yes to everybody.
Of
I want to
course.
give everybody the opportunity to perform, but I also got to be realistic with myself.
You got to
And
have
it's
quality.
like, I never seen you perform. I never
Right.
heard, just because I hear your record don't mean you really can perform and galvanize the crowd. So it's like, let me come up with a competition. So I came up with a competition. I had 20 people submit. We picked 7 people from video submissions.
Wow.
And we picked like a crazy 7. It was really tough. Like we had a crazy 7 artists that performed and did 5 minutes total at Reggie's that let us do it at Reggie's. I got a good relationship with them.
Yeah.
From doing shows with them. And man, it was some artists who definitely came and was rapping or singing over their vocals, and there was artists who came who just had the stems and just had the backing vocals only, who's really just, you really can hear them vocally, and really can understand what they saying. And artists, yes, definitely, if you listen to this, that is definitely important. Like, and I know it's a lot of rappers y'all even go see nowadays that's like your favorite rapper, and when you go to the concerts, and it might be turned up, but honestly, a lot of them are rapping over their vocals, and those are not good performances, honestly.
Thank you for saying
It's a different feel, trust me. Like, it might feel like it's good for y'all that's going and you supporting it because your favorite artist, and you might have had a great time, but imagine if that artist literally, you heard every word they were saying. Like, it's just going to feel different. It's going to sound different. Trust me.
That's
like,
how you connect with people.
Yes.
And especially when it comes to rap, like, I'm a really, really big rap fan. And I think about early day, like I saw Kendrick Lamar in 2012.
Oh man!
And a performance at the Congress Theater, like, you know what I'm saying, and like seeing somebody like that, and that being my first time seeing that person perform, that sets the tone for fandom forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always on 10 about Kendrick Lamar to this day, and a lot of it has to do with that moment of seeing him for the first time and like being a top-notch performer. I mean, microphone on, no vocals. You know what I'm saying? Killing it. And that type of stuff, like, I don't want anybody to take that for granted. I know that things happen so fast that people think that everything is just for TikTok and like get a viral this or whatever. Like, if you want longevity as an artist, as a musical artist, you gotta start thinking about stuff like that.
Put
and I love
time
that you
into
do
the
that
craft.
too. Is that something that you're gonna do every year?
I'm gonna have to. Yesterday was too much of a like overwhelming success to where people who even just came who I never met was like, "Are you gonna do this again?" And people were telling me, "You should do this weekly. You should do this monthly." And it's like, I gotta figure out what can I actually offer these artists. Like, besides, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm blessed enough to be connected with people who are in the industry, who produce or write a studio, or like artists, rappers, singers, who will maybe give their time just off of the strip of my relationship with them. But I don't want to be asking people too many handouts. So it's like, it had to make sense. But that's definitely key. And to your point with the concerts, my first concert, and I'm a drummer, so it's crazy that this is my first concert. But the first concert I went to was the Wiz Khalifa concert at the Tweeter Center. This is when it was still called the Tweeter Center.
Tweeter Center. My first concert was at the Tweeter Center.
And when I tell you, this is when I fell back in love with drums too. So it goes hand in hand with concert and drums and just live performance, and just like this whole stuff for KheemerFest is all coming full circle. But when I went, and when I tell you Wiz, and I'm a Wiz fan, but I'm not like a diehard Wiz. Like, I'm paying for this shit. Like, my homie was like, I got tickets to the Wiz. I'm like, all right, let's go. It's right up the street. This is when I was still living in the suburbs, so we can walk there. So it's like, I'm gonna go. Why not? And when I tell you, every song sounded just like the record, and his mic was on. It was no track, like, it was no vocals over. Like, he wasn't rapping over none of his vocals. Like, and then shout out to Boots, who was on drums. Later on, I ended up meeting and being cool with Boots.
I love that.
And that's when I fell back in love with drums, because the way he's playing the patterns and stuff. I know I'm talking stuff.
No,
but
that's good.
the way he was playing patterns and just like the live feels, and how it just felt like the track. It sounded like he was playing the drum machine, but playing live drums at the same time.
I want to see that.
And it was just so crazy. You can even YouTube like that whole tour was crazy. Like,
perfect.
But that made me fall back in love. I want to say, I was definitely in, probably was like 19, 18.
Yeah. I was about to say that, but those experiences really cement, like, in your brain, like, especially as like a music fan, 18. You know, and it's good that you're doing that. And I do hope that you are able to do it at least every year, because that's such a valuable mentoring opportunity as well. Like, as KheemerFest continues to grow, even people that you don't choose, you get to talk to them one-on-one about those important things, about how they can get better, and you know.
And that's what the judges was doing yesterday. And then I'm so glad that yesterday, none of the artists who did not win, they, from what I can tell, none of them seemed salty. None of them seemed, because I was telling them, like, all y'all winners, like, y'all off in the network. These judges is poured into y'all. I'm networking with y'all. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to be working with y'all. You know what I mean? All of them was so, like, cool, and they had a good time, and like they were so appreciative for even the opportunity to even perform and do that.
I love
And
that.
they was vibing, and they even felt like the competition was tough. They was like, man, these other artists was cold. Like, I'm not even mad that they won, and I'm glad that I didn't have to pick them. Like, I let the crowd picked one, and the judges picked the other. All they had to do was tally up the votes for me, and I just said who the winners was. So I'm glad it wasn't no bias stuff. I didn't want my name or nothing attached to it. And the two people who won deservingly won, and the other artists definitely are still good enough to perform at my festival,
for sure,
or perform and get signed from other from you know, anywhere. But it just so happened that night that's who the crowd decided to go with. But yes, that's definitely something in the future that I definitely would want to do. I just got to figure out a way to make it worth the artist's time
for sure
to do it more consistently.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you, I know that's something that because you said that a couple of times now, but I will tell you, as somebody who also loves music, a lot of artists, they just happy to be on stage. Like, I am a person, especially, exactly, especially as somebody who don't do it a lot. Especially as someone who doesn't do it a lot. I relish in the opportunity. Like, every time I've been doing stuff with Left Jones, and if they got paid, of course they'll throw me some bread when I'm singing backgrounds and stuff. But I'm like, I'm here for the vibes. Like, I'm here to have a good time. So, and especially it's even better when you're meeting other artists and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give you that tidbit because it matters, and I do want you to keep it in mind. But I don't want you to be so like worried about it, thinking that they feel like it wasn't valuable. You know, because it always is.
And they stayed and kicked it too even afterwards. So that was cool.
I fuck with that. I'm very excited for you.
Thank you.
As always,
very excited.
You know, Away with the Words, the podcast is always on your side and on your team. Anything that we can do to help is like literally, you know who to call. Anything else before we wrap up? What'd you say?
I said I think we're good.
But he was like, well,
I did too. Anything else that you want to leave the people with? Tell them where to find you. Tell them where to learn more about KheemerFest.
Yeah, so first of all, KheemerFest will be July 15th. July 15th, 2023.
In there. What's wrong?
That's 3 days. That's no.
Oh.
I'm 277 days sober today.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I made the decision that I will be drinking again.
Yeah.
That's 3 days before you can start drinking.
Yeah, because I was just going to do the whole 365, you know? And
I'm sorry.
that's a little
so
early.
what day do you start?
July 18th is when I can have a drink. But you know what? It's okay.
I'll drink.
Okay, you gonna drink?
Yeah.
Okay,
They will drink.
I'm definitely.
I'm about to say they will drink.
July 15th, we having KheemerFest.
Period.
It's gonna be in Dalton. All the information will be posted in May. I can't announce who the headliner is right now on the video. Live.
When in May? By the time they're seeing this, they might.
It's May 1st.
It's May 1st? It's May
You
1st.
posting this May 1st?
Yeah.
Let me check. Hold on. Wait. Let me make sure I can announce this about May 1st.
It just got so meta.
Yeah,
They're posting this May 1st.
So
it's your birthday,
So
Mom.
here we go.
I'm about to say,
all I'm gonna say,
everybody.
because I can't post it to the week after May 1st. The week following
okay,
week.
okay.
So,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But the artist, the headliner artist, is a Grammy nominated R&B artist.
Big purr.
Who he is amazing. Like his vocals is just crazy. He got huge fans. Like
I'm
Anita
excited.
Baker be on his page. Layla Hathaway be on his page.
Oh, that's right. The real
People be on his page and be shouting him out all the time. He has a lot of songs with a lot of artists.
Oh my, we getting clues.
I'm gonna say, get it out.
All I can do is give y'all clues because I don't want to say the person's name.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give y'all clues because I can do that. I can give y'all hints.
Okay.
The internet people would be done found it out. Like,
Yeah,
people
right.
that do this
That's
shit.
all I will
they-
say.
Yeah.
If you're
like,
watching this on YouTube, comment
Miguel.
below who you think
I will
it
say
is.
he's not from here. He's from the West Coast. I will
so
say
that's
that.
not my
So
guess.
he's
So
not
my
coming.
guess is out.
He's not from the Midwest. He's from the West Coast, and
Coast,
he will
okay.
be coming in from the West Coast. That's all I would say.
Okay, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment below your guesses.
Yeah, your guess is
Right.
below.
And
Let me
maybe
know
we'll
who you think
maybe
it is.
we will
He's
give you a
Grammy
reward
nominated,
if
so
you were
that's
right.
very important. Grammy nominated R&B
So about that's
artist.
very important.
who's
On the
very-
West.
he's a vocal god, and he worked with guys like Justin Timberlake and people like that. So If you really know, if you really
I wanna
tied
guess.
in,
Okay.
like this person is so cold. I can't wait to
I'm
really
excited.
announce you guys
This about to
get.
be
And then we
amazing.
have the rest of the lineup. I could tell you with some of the other people. I could tell you. We got my buddy Kenzie again, Kenzie and Company.
He was
We got
amazing.
EJ Jackson. We got Enos. We got Indigo.
Okay.
We got Indigo Joe coming in from North Carolina.
Come
We
on
got
over to North Carolina.
Alexander Blaine.
I do.
We got Sean Hayden coming from Wisconsin. We got London Lowe coming from LA.
London, what up, girl?
And then we got the two winners from last night, which I can announce on here. The two winners from the KheemerFest competition was a gentleman, a rapper who killed the stage by the name of Antonio Juan. He'll be blazing the stage. And then a R&B artist, she killed the stage by the name of Paige Ellis.
Love that.
She'll be performing at KheemerFest this year,
Can't
too.
wait.
So that's going to be July 15th. Tickets and stuff
excited.
will be on sale in May. The headliner name will be announced then in May as well. You can follow us and find out any more information on the KheemerFest. So that's KheemerFest at on Instagram. Yeah, KheemerFest.
Yeah.
It's KheemerFest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So KheemerFest.
It's at KheemerFest or at the KheemerFest?
Just at KheemerFest. At KheemerFest.
Okay.
No the. Just at KheemerFest. And all of the information be posted on there. Any artists or anybody, actually looking for vendors right now.
Oh,
we
great.
have I believe 7 more spots for vendors. We did vendors the second year. We had 15 people who sold their own products out there.
Dana LeRae?
Right after
I'm about to say, get on the flight.
I saw her last year,
And
and
we-
she wasn't able to, but she
And
could
last year,
probably do it this year.
yeah. So last year we didn't allow food vendors. This year we will allow food vendors. So
Okay,
if you
tight.
are a food vendor, please reach out to us on the KheemerFest Instagram page, or you can email us
Okay.
at KheemerFest. That's again KheemerFest 2324 at gmail.com. Again, our email is KheemerFest 2324 at gmail.com. Please email us. If you want to inquire about being a vendor for KheemerFest, the cost is $150. I'm going to tell you everything now. The cost is $150 for your spot. You do have to provide your own tables and chairs. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. This is a 420 friendly event. This is a BYOB event.
Yes.
So
Like I didn't know. Like I never know.
if you have any
So
type
if you
of
sell
product,
stuff, the
munchies,
people gonna be
or
lifted,
you know what I
and they
mean?
gonna
So,
be
or if
ready
you
to
sell
buy.
lifted stuff or
Yeah.
anything like that, reach out to us. This is something that's gonna be and mind you, this is outside. This is an outside event. So, if you got stuff that might melt, please make sure you bring the right stuff to make sure it don't melt. Like you got coolers or whatever you might need, just to be ready for that. But we only have 15 total spots. I think we have 7 left. $150 each. Email us, hit us up. My personal page is King Kheemer, so King
It is.
Kheemer. You can follow me if you got any questions or if you want to reach out. And again, any artists that want to be involved in the future, just hit me up. Like they said, I'm real cool. I'm real down to earth. I definitely going to respond, let you know how you can be involved with KheemerFest. Or if we got anybody that want to sponsor or donate, if you own your own liquor company or something like that, you want to be a partner with us, reach out to us. We'd definitely love to partner with you. We're open to doing business with everybody if it makes sense for us. So just reach out to us. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for having me on here.
You know,
We
you
love
had
you.
to.
Great.
Had to.
We're
It was a vibe,
yeah,
for sure.
definitely. It won't be the last time.
It won't be how many years has it been?
Yeah, about to say it won't be 6 or 7
Yeah, it
years in
won't be
between
6
next
years till you
time.
come back.
Right.
But yes, please, all of the things that he said, keep in mind. If you do want to guess who that Grammy-nominated headliner is, comment below. If you are right, I will buy you a coffee or whatever kind of
No,
beverage
if
you like.
if you right,
Oh,
and
something
they
better.
tell me you right, you get 50% off to come.
Hell
KheemerFest.
yeah.
So
You heard it?
that means that when the camera's off, you have to tell us who it is for us to tell you. If
No,
they're
I
right.
have to
No, because
tell
y'all might
them
y'all
how
might
it-
tell whoever comment on this to comment the
never.
name.
Hell no.
Well,
so they
they'll.
can get in.
Right. We would.
Y'all wouldn't do
Well,
that.
no. So this is gonna come
I
out.
can tell y'all as long. I know y'all ain't gonna tell nobody.
No,
Right.
No.
So you
that too, but also they don't know this, watching and listening, but we got a little time. So if you don't want to tell us today, it'll be
No,
fine.
I tell y'all today. I can tell y'all.
okay.
That's all
I
cool.
trust y'all.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
So yes, so you heard it here. If you are the correct guesser, I will still buy you a coffee or whatever beverage you like, and you will get 50% off your entry to the KheemerFest. Okay, big part 2023. So please make sure that you do that. Tell a friend. Tell an ex. Tell a lover.
July 15th.
July 15th.
July
Lock it in your calendar now.
Cancer
Saturday,
season.
In
Warriors
Dalton.
will be
In Dalton.
there.
In
We got
Dalton,
parking. We got
Illinois.
security. You don't have to worry about that. I know y'all worry about Dalton. Don't worry about it. I got plenty of security gonna be there. You
Worried
good.
about Dalton? It ain't Harvey World, y'all.
I'm just saying.
Think about it, ain't Harvey
I'm
World.
just letting know. People like, you in Dalton? Like, yeah, I'm good. Don't worry. We
It's
straight.
good.
Yeah,
Trust me.
it's a great
Like y'all see on the hat, we covered. So
Period.
Yes.
We
Blessed and
gonna be
highly
straight.
favored. Yes. Well taken care of. Don't worry about any of those things. Yeah. Thank y'all for doing all the things that you've always done. Please continue to do so. Follow us at Away with Words the podcast. You can follow us on TikTok and on Instagram. You can follow me there at Bree.stories and at Bree_stories on Twitter. And you can follow at Tati on Instagram and at Hey Tati on Twitter. And you know better by now. You should absolutely be following at Moments_Stu and at MJM Kid. It is graduation season and all that good stuff. Do not take them boring ass pictures with a blank ass
Get your shit
background.
together.
Come take some fun pictures with Moments Stu and or at Please Be Easy. We do everything here, okay? We got a whole squad of folks that can do all types of shit for you. If you're not creative, if you're analytical or something, call us. We got the creatives over here. Whatever you need, okay? What else? Happy May, y'all. Oh,
Yeah,
if
May.
it's May 1st, make sure that you go to yaymash.com. By now, there is a May's affirmation. This month's quote and affirmations are published right now on yaymash.com. And we love y'all so much. Let's get into it. We'll talk to y'all next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
appreciate y'all.